Hello and welcome back to Creepy and Kooky Cali vlog. I'm Lauren-Blair Donovan and we have the best friend to the show, Lacy Hornick, here with us today. And we got Lady Grimaldi, as always, or almost always. This is a big episode. Stay tuned until the end because I'm going to do some channel housekeeping because there's definitely some announcements. Like, I thought I was ending the show and I've kind of hinted in past episodes. I'm not, but I'm going to further talk about that because this is the last Cali episode for a while.
Yeah.
Which is insane because I'm taking it on the road. So obviously I had to have Lacy here because you were one of the first guests and you're the most reoccurring, I think, and you're one of my best friends out here. Yay. So easy. And Fred and Ginger are in the cemetery, and that's the main interments we're looking for. Was there anyone else that caught your eye?
I did not know anybody else on that list.
Yeah, we're at Oakwood Memorial Park, and it's definitely a pretty cemetery, and I think there's like 40-something interments that are famous.
Oh, really?
Like, that's what it looked like on Find a Grave, but it was a bunch of old Hollywood type stuff, which you either know or you don't.
I might have seen an Ingman, but I'm like, I don't know who that really is.
Yeah. There was another one that looked vaguely familiar to me, but I always feel a little weird going to a grave if I don't have me or the guests don't have like a personal tie to it. Yeah. It's not quite a trivia channel. There's other grave shows that do a better job at that, and I don't have the brain organization to do that, so we're not going to do that. But if you haven't already, please subscribe because there's a lot happening with this channel and this show, and stay tuned till the end because I'm going to talk about my decision to keep the show going because joke was on me when I thought I was quitting. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans, and so boy, the past 6 weeks have been that for me. So anyway, keep watching and we'll be back at one of the most famous tap dancing duo of all time's graves.
But they're not next to each other.
No, they're in different sections, but I think it's adorable that they're in the same cemetery.
Yeah, that's true. And it reminds me of the other cemetery that we visited recently where like not even family members were in the same section. So
I know.
You know, it is what it is.
That's right. It's Forest Lawn Glendale, the special episode where we got to go to the secret garden of corpses, and it's super fun.
Of corpses. They were buried.
It's more fun to say corpses. Secret garden of buried corpses. Just, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that works too, I guess. I hear it now. That works. But we're going to write that screenplay. We'll be back in a flash. We're being followed by zombie geese. They're just slowly stalking us. And this is a good and a bad thing because I feel right at home because I'm from Pennsylvania, but it's a bad thing because I've been chased by a lot of geese in Pennsylvania. So
they're slow and stalking.
I feel like they're going to circle us and then, you know, trap us. Because look at that. Yeah, I'm right. Look at them.
Yeah, look at them go. They're trying to intimidate us. Their tactics will not work.
No, we're bigger than them. Yeah. Although I am low-key afraid of them, so don't tell them.
Yeah, no, I'm not tempting fate or anything. I want them to know that I have an attitude about me, not being messed with.
We did it with moderate to minimal effort. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. But we got Fred Astaire. I will always love you, my darling. Thank you.
He's got a penny.
Classy. Love it. You got, I think flowers. This is him. Flowers.
I think so too.
It's not, yeah, no, it's got to be. Yeah, there's not space for another grave.
Although it seems like relatively far away from the grave.
A little bit. That's why I was like, wait, but I thought he was buried with his wife for some reason. But I don't.
Oh, she's right there. Adele.
Oh, that's his sister.
Oh, Anne. Phyllis.
So many Astaires.
Which one's his wife?
I don't, wait, he doesn't even have his grave marker. I don't know now. I'm a little confused. Phyllis. It might be Phyllis. I know Adele is his sister because I read his biography when I was 14. Like, super nerd. You happy, Grimmy? You're seeing history right now. Tap dancing history. You're not impressed.
Oh. It sounds like he had 2 wives.
Oh, one died young, right? Or
Yeah.
youngish, or
Oh,
no?
that's how long they were married. I was like 80 to 87.
Oh, yeah.
So Robin Smith and then Phyllis Potter.
Okay, so probably
Yeah, I think so.
maybe, or Phyllis Livingston, huh? Did she die in 54?
She did.
Okay, that's okay. So this
Her.
is the wifey then. Okay.
Oh, tragic death.
Oh,
This is his first wife.
Phyllis.
Yeah.
What happened?
Untimely passing from lung cancer.
Oof.
And it left Fred Astaire devastated.
I bet. That's starting to ring a bell a little bit now.
Met at a golf luncheon, had 2 children.
Knew that last part.
He considered dropping out of filming Daddy Longlegs, but he completed the film.
Oh, that sounds familiar too.
Oh, wow. So then he remarried Robin Smith, who was 45 years younger than him.
So, were you an old Hollywood? I know you like old Hollywood, but like, were you a Fred and Ginger girl?
No.
Okay.
I know. I'm like,
Have you seen any of their movies?
no. I've seen parts of Singing in the Rain.
Are they in that?
I thought Fred was.
I know Gene Kelly is, but
Am I confusing?
maybe.
Am I doing that right now?
You're like me. This is what it's like to be me. Unless I'm wrong, and he was also in. But I know it's Gene Kelly
No,
and.
it is Gene Kelly.
Okay,
Sorry, Fred.
but another big dancer. Yeah.
yeah. Sorry.
See, I was a dancer growing up, so I was taught all about Fred Astaire, even though I didn't become a tap dancer until I was an adult. But
Okay.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
I was a ballerina.
Learning all kinds of things today.
Yeah, we watched. I remember one of my classes. We like watched some history of dancing, and he was in it a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and as a middle schooler, I got very into Fred and Ginger movies. Like
cool.
very into them. I have a lot of their DVDs.
Yeah, like Lucy was my go-to.
That was
old
one of mine
Hollywood.
too. Yeah, I had a few, but we were talking off camera because we were trying to piece together his life because I was obsessed in middle school, so I read a biography. But I'm not in middle school anymore, and I don't remember. You know me on the channel. I'm always mixing things up. Things don't stick in my brain the way they used to. But he was really big into. He never wanted a biography on him. He doesn't want his likeness out there because he was like, no one's gonna get it right.
It's so interesting because I feel like maybe the only other way to mitigate that would be to make your biography while you're still alive. But that feels a little pretentious. I don't know.
You could do it, or you could write it and have it come out later. Lucille Ball wrote an autobiography that her kids discovered after she died.
Oh.
I read that in college, I think.
Interesting.
Got it at Universal Studios Florida when I went with my dad and my brother. But yeah, it's called like Love Lucy or something like that. I'll find it.
Something with
do the
love.
fonts. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But they were surprised to find it because it was her story in her own words. So, I mean, people do it, but I think he was a modest guy. And we were talking off camera about how this is like a pretty cemetery.
Yeah, it's a little odd that they're here.
It's kind of, literally, I passed the Los Angeles city limits on the way here. I guess I was out of it when I was on one of the highways after the 5. I can't keep track. They're all numbered. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening. But all of a sudden, when we got off the highway, it was like, entering Los Angeles city limits. I'm like, oh, we're almost somewhere else. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is deep in the valley.
It's removed.
Yeah. It's pretty, but it's funny that both of them ended up here. But I think they were both relatively class acts. They weren't the scandal types for the most part. They weren't, like, they were human. Hence we were like, oh, he married someone younger. We did a little detective work.
45 years younger.
It's a lot.
Is a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm like trying to wrap my head around it. And she's still alive.
Yeah, she's 79. So
She was 45 years younger.
yeah. So, like, maybe that's the one. You all get one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't, because I think he was a pretty classy guy otherwise, and who knows? I'm not the biggest fan of age gaps, but sometimes love finds a way to. It depends. It's
Honestly,
very circumstantial to me.
I do try to not pass judgment on giant age gaps, considering I have one with my husband as well. So, Not 45.
No, it's a closer gap than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, everyone's different. Rule of thumb, not a good idea, but specific instances can totally vary. There's no monolith.
I mean, she was a jockey, one of the first female jockeys. That sounds badass. So, like,
good for him for picking somebody with a career, because otherwise it sounds like a gold digger.
A little bit.
So there's that.
It sounds like she fought on his behalf after he passed away in terms of imaging and licensing.
Which was, in his
which
wills.
was his whole, sounds like it's the whole thing. Like, don't try to make money off of me. Like that.
Which I can respect.
Admirable. Yeah.
I can respect that. So this is a big one for me. This is the one I wanted to see the most, him and Ginger, when I start. Well, really knowing that they were buried out here before I started the show, but I can't believe it took till the last, for now, California episode. Yeah. Because I'll be back in 2024. But finally, I know. I tried to go once or twice with people, but it fell through. I did it. There's a will, there's a way, guys. It gets better. It gets better. I'm just going to appropriate all the PSA slogans but make them grave.
Make them related to death.
Optimism, but make it cemetery deaths. But yeah, these were icons to me growing up, so I'm very, very excited. So thank you for being here with me.
My pleasure.
A fine romance. That would only make sense if you've seen Swing Time, and I'm not even really referencing anything. I just thought of a song from one of their musicals. Okay. I literally just was like, I have trivia. Fine romance. That's it.
Put it out there.
Should have said that when we were talking about his wife, but here we are.
We'll fix it in post.
Guys, my brain's in 80 places. I've had 4 life changes in the past 6 weeks. It's super fun.
That doesn't sound like that many, Blair.
And life was so easy before, and my brain was not hijacked at all. So sometimes I'm funny, and sometimes we're like, what are you talking about? Laughing at me versus laughing with me. You can laugh at me. It's fine.
Typically laughing with me.
You're my friend, though. The internet will laugh at me. It's okay. I understand the assignment. May he rest. Thank you for your service. You're a huge inspiration, and I'm excited to meet you in the only way I can. Yeah. We're going to find Ginger now. I also just wanted to commemorate Adele Astaire, because her and Fred grew up doing vaudeville together.
Oh.
They were like a tap dancing duo, and I don't remember if she continued in the industry and just didn't have as much success, or if she went and did something else. I don't remember that offhand, but I know that they were a brother and sister duo coming up in the vaudeville circuit. So may she rest also. We found her.
That was very easy.
Yeah, very short walk from the curb. This is actually a pretty straightforward cemetery, by the way, if you guys like that grave hunt.
Daughters of the American Revolution.
Oh, I didn't know that she was
I didn't know that either.
Interesting. I have questions about where they're really at, because she's between rows.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, are they ashes? Are they... Is this a scenograph and they're elsewhere? Like, I'm a little confused.
I was reading something about how Fred was not initially enamored of the idea of being with Ginger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was used to dancing with his sister.
That would check out. Yeah, that makes sense. But then again, they were playing romantic love interests a lot of the time, so you probably don't want to bring your sister to that set in that role. No. I would not want to play a romantic interest of my brother.
No, I mean, I don't have any siblings, but I can imagine that would be awkward.
Yeah, because you understand incest is bad. Yeah,
I do.
You don't need to have
an easy
sibling.
win for me.
But yeah, you also learned that she was a Christian
scientist,
which I don't remember that. That's interesting. I know Jim Henson was.
Yeah.
That's why he died, basically, which is sad. But she lived a long life. She also had a lasting career outside of the Fred and Ginger movies. Mm-hmm. But she's as is Fred, for most of their stuff together. Right. So I keep trying to watch a movie she was in where she's like a runaway bride, but I always watch it late at night, and it's on one of those channels like Movie Time, where it's one of those Roku channels where you're surprised they're still in business. Yeah. So you can't always hold your place, and then sometimes the next day I'm like, too hard to find it. I don't know. I was stoned and half awake, so I'm just gonna start it again 6 months later. And there's a few that I've seen her in or tried to watch her in recent years. So I'm sorry, I'm kind of being a bad super fan by I know, only have seen some of the other stuff kind of recently, but not in its entirety. Yeah. But
it's okay.
This is a big one.
We just had the whole conversation about me not seeing anything.
I know.
It's okay.
I guess I win compared to you.
You do.
But as they say, the biggest cliche in the world, it's almost so annoying because I hear people say it in movies. I'm like, oh God, if I ever hear this again, but I'm going to say it anyway. Ginger did everything Fred did, but backwards and in heels.
I mean, it's, yeah.
Go feminism. At her grave, I will pull that out. I will make that exception of that cliche of a quote. It's true. I'm just sick of hearing it and people acting like they thought of it, but I'm making it clear I didn't think of it.
It's okay. I think it's really, like, she's buried with her mom.
Yeah. Layla.
So Ginger sounds kick-ass.
She seems cool, yeah. I think she kind of did things her way. That's the impression that I get.
Yeah.
But
I feel like it takes a really strong person who knows who they are to not, like, cave or buckle or be swayed into doing anything they don't want to do.
There's so many geese surrounding us right now. I'm going to flip this around. It's actually getting scary. There's so many. Barbara. There's so many.
They're coming to get you.
They're just waiting for us. I can tell. Geese don't like me.
Honestly, if the zombie apocalypse springs out and these geese are unaffected, I would be shocked.
Yeah, like cockroaches and geese would survive any apocalypse.
No, well, but how do these geese not turn into zombies? They're just ripe.
I'm not convinced that they're not already. Aren't geese just slow-moving, flying sort of zombies? Like, one tried to eat you, Lady Grimm. Do you remember that? Remember that? We were in Echo Park. You almost got eaten by a geesey.
Oh my God.
I know. You're too cute. You're too cute. Look, for sale. We could be here.
Hey.
Yeah.
Your marker here.
Looks like this is all cremation, but it looks like over here. Oh, you could be on the wall.
Oh wow.
Or you could have a big enough spot for a coffin over here.
How do you feel about the wall space?
I kind of like wall spaces.
I kind of like it.
I kind of like indoor ones a little bit better, but
Not wall spaces, but how do you feel about the pillar?
Oh, the pillar. I mean, that's interesting. If I went the cremation route, it's interesting.
I feel like we haven't really seen
not like
pillars with
this.
markers like this. Yeah.
I've seen like smaller, maybe, but it blends more in with the structure, like more inside.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah, this is all brand new. A lot of people ask about like space in cemeteries.
Yeah.
And this is what they do. They build more mausoleums.
More structures.
So instead of fitting however many graves would fit here, you can fit almost as many plus go up. So 5, so 6. Yeah, and then it's a pretty good view. I mean, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
And then
We're very close to the Garden of Gods.
yeah, which I thought was just in Colorado, but there's one in California too. I used to live in Colorado. I talk about Pennsylvania a lot, but spoiler alert, I'm gonna be in Colorado in a cemetery probably in the next episode, so there's that. But yeah, it's a big cemetery, like deceptively
really
big, but not like humongous.
No, not like Forson.
No, nothing like that.
Like it's still walkable, I would say.
I think so. It just, there's some hills and like hidden areas. That's what makes it kind of big. It's hard to clock when you come in, but it's pretty. It's peaceful. It's
so peaceful here.
It's a nice place for some classy movie stars and other internments, that's for sure. Well, that weirdly does it.
That was it.
This is the second episode where there's been 100% batting average. Home of Peace, I think, is the only other one where 6 for 6.
Yeah.
Today's 2 for 2. Some have come close, but yeah, this is one I probably won't return to in 2024 unless there's an internment already here that I become super obsessed with in the next 4 to 6 months.
Yeah, you never know.
Or someone passes, heaven forbid. But yeah, this is the last California episode. I thought I was ending the channel. I told not just the channel, but everyone in life.
It's over.
Yeah, end of spring or early summer, I think I made the call. And a lot of that had to do with healing from complex PTSD. I kind of thought I didn't want to be a personality anymore and just an actress, writer, comedian, puppeteer, and
just all the other things.
All the other things, but just not I don't think I felt safe anymore putting my personality out there. But healing isn't linear, so I think I pushed the pendulum too far that way. And then No, it turns out I am a personality. I now co-host a challenge podcast.
Yeah.
Back to commenting on the challenge in general. And like, I'm not ending Creepy and Kooky because as I was starting to have second thoughts, as I keep alluding to, a lot of life change. And for both personal and professional reasons, I'm going to be in Atlanta, Georgia this winter. And I'm going to be doing a road trip, possibly, well, for both ends for sure, but extensive road trip, at least going there.
Yeah.
And going to hit up a few places across the country. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to travel to see friends,
Might as well.
go to cemeteries and see dead friends too.
Yeah,
like that's how this works.
Totally.
Parasocial dead friends. So the show's not ending,
No.
which is a surprise to me,
I'm very excited.
but it feels right too. Just like it felt right to end it, but now I'm like, nope, it's not right because it's also getting more fun too, you know? So healing's weird, guys. Healing's weird. It's like, I know myself now. No, I don't. Now I do. I think. We'll see. We'll see.
You're always constantly, so I know I am constantly surprised, like, oh, that's still a thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, or like, oh, I still do like this.
Yeah.
And I'm not just going through the motions. I think I was going through the motions the few times I did this in 2022. I was so stressed out every single taping because I was not in a good headspace and I wasn't doing it consistently. And so I'd do the thing, I'd be like, wait, how do I do this? Oh, right, I have a catchphrase at the end. I didn't say that in 1 or 2 episodes. And my memory is not great these days. It used to be really good. And I was sick of looking like an idiot on camera. And that was a part of it too. I don't think I've ever addressed. But yeah, I'm okay with being an idiot now. I'm fine.
Also, I don't think you're an idiot.
I don't think I'm an idiot too. And I think that's why I'm okay with it. But I do sound like an idiot in some of these. Like all the things where it's me, like whether it's podcasts, whether it's TikTok, whether it's here, I will say the wrong word. I will misspeak on a quote or a trivia or something. You know what I mean? And I was doing it more than I used to do because my brain's been mush, but I don't care as much about that now. 'Cause I'm like more confident maybe or something. I don't know.
You know what? I think a lot of people can relate. I think everyone has mush brain post-pandemic, and it comes and goes, and we're all just doing our best. So
I'll be the poster child for mush brain, aspirational. You can feel good about yourself. Me too. It's weirdos that go to cemeteries, just like everyone else. But like, thank you so much because you are, I think, officially now my most frequent guest. I think Jen Curcio was the only one that came close because she was 4 maybe, but you're at like 5 or 6 now, I think.
Am
I think so because we did 2 Westwoods, a Santa Monica.
Oh, we went back.
Yeah, and then most recently,
Forest Lawn. And now here, so 5.
Yeah, 5.
Okay.
Jen's 4 or 5.
I'll take
4 maybe. Yeah. So winner. No, because this was a competition all along.
Yeah, you all didn't realize that you're watching me being crowned.
Oh, I left the tiara at home. Damn it. The graveyard tiara. I left it at home.
Back together then.
But no, I mean, I only have people back if I like them. So, I mean, I like the people that have been on singularly, but, you know, it's like for real friends and hang out anyway, like, or have good chemistry in the cemetery. Yeah. So, either which way, all the things actually with you. So, you know. And
thanks, Marianne. I'm gonna miss you.
See, if you go to Groundlings, like we did, you could have a cemetery buddy too.
Get on that, folks.
Man, so yeah, you'll find another creepy girl that like cemeteries, and you won't talk about it in class, but you'll find out after the fact.
Out, like a couple of years down the road.
Oh, we're both weirdos. Oh, cool. We've kept in touch all this time. Now we'll be actually good friends.
Perfect.
So, and thank you for your support because this whole show, my mental health was falling apart from the jump, and I didn't know it, you know, and you've become only a better friend in that time period. So I just want to give that shout out too, because it's like you are a real friend. So
you're a real friend.
Well, thank you for being a friend. Yeah. Yay. See, cemeteries aren't creepy. They're times for friendship. They're places for friendship.
Bonding.
Yeah, Kirby is, oh my God. She was completely like on her back snoozing a second ago.
She's just hanging out.
She's having a grand old time as always. Yeah, she has no idea what's going to hit her. She's going to be miserable, but I guess the next video we'll see you, if all goes well.
Oh yeah, that'll be an update.
In Colorado, unless it snows or something and I can't get there, but...
not yet, right? Nah.
October, it usually snows.
No way.
And I'll be going the first week of November. It could happen. It'll melt the next day, but yeah, it can snow between October and May. Snowed after Memorial Day one year.
No, thank you.
Yeah. It'll be like 70 the rest of the time, or 50.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty mild when it's not snowing,
Huh.
except for like a few weeks in the dead of winter, and it's like 2 degrees, and you're like, whoa, this is what people think it is. But for the most part, it's a dry climate, so the cold doesn't stick to you the same.
That is good.
So I don't mind it, but yeah, driving there, not looking forward to that if it snows. So
Be a good girl.
but yeah, Denver, Tennessee, and then Atlanta, and then if all things go well, Savannah. My friend wants to take me to Savannah, who I'm going to be bunking with. I get to be reunited with a best friend that's like a sister, and I think that's going to be good for my healing journey too. I think I need to take a little break from LA. I like LA, but I will hate LA if I stay, I think. And
That's fair.
I need a break, you know, and yeah, and then we're not going to get ahead of ourselves, so I'm going to see if I can talk my way into having my job be traveling and go up the Northeast before I head back west. But we'll see. We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
So
One step at a time.
we got a couple states coming up in the next step. So please subscribe if you haven't already, because this is not ending. So until next time, until the next state, until the next time zone, stay alive until next time.
Hey.
Bye.